Alright everyone, I'm doing a quick little assembly instruction that comes with the Raspberry Pi I made, the case. It's called the ePIc Pi. Sell the shell alone, or with, as you can see in the background, the add-on pieces. I'm calling these the add-on pieces. For anyone that has 3D printing capabilities and wants to print their own any color, any way they want, that's totally feasible the way I've got this set up. Anything, and there's many more add-ons. I've got some mounts and just some cool different ways to show off your Pi depending on how you're using it. I started on my 3D printer. I needed a way to hang my Pi, so then I started messing around with cases, and here we are. So this one here I'm holding, lighting's not great, but this is a carbon fiber from ePIc. Wanted to show that off. I think that's a beautiful way to print. But so real quick, going to install the Pi. I'm not sure. Some will be sold with the fan, some without, depending on price point. But here's how you would install the fan. I'm gonna tuck this in here. There's a fan grill, and this all goes in first before the Pi. I'll do this real quickly. I'm using some number 6 screws for these. You can put all 4 of those in. I'll put 2 in for now. And then you install your Pi. Just have to, I've got little, I don't know if you can see those, but there's little pins in there that those Pi hole lines up with. So put this through, and kick it out to the side just like this. If you don't already know, this is exactly where the fan plugs in. Let's get a little better angle at that. That second pin over is red, third pin is black. Now we have to make sure this cord stays out of the way for the covers, because that will stop it. It's that tight. Nice tight fit. So I'm going to tuck that up there, make sure it's not in the way of the fan. I'm going to pick the Pi back up and just let it sit right on those pins. Push that down a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but the Pi sits right on those pins. And I think I found that the easiest way to start with this side, just tuck that corner in, pops right on. This one's a little bit trickier because you got to make sure you push in, then push down. So that's that. Lots of nose cones out there. This is my favorite. It's got the logo on the front. Snaps on there. And the back can be a little tricky depending on how well it's sat on your pins, but this one went real well. So you can see that's it. I don't have many options for the back yet. It's pretty common the way to have to do that. There's not a lot of ways to do it, but I've messed around with almost every other plug on, and they do come on and off nice and easy. Snap them on, snap them off, change out the colors. I do have the VESA mount, which this one's for 100 by 100. Screw that on there. I think those holes are for 4mm screws or something similar. I think a number 6 works good too. Actually, the logo plate would have to be down to mount that, then you get the spacers. On my Thingiverse, I also have a 200 by 200. I have this hang bracket. This is the 2020 mount. Gets mounted like this, and this will snap right on. There's a couple little slots there for you to tighten that down to your 2020 if you want. And the nice part, these are all symmetrical. You want to turn it sideways, hang it upside down, raise it up. 1.5" spacing on the bracket, and also on the other brackets all I have on Thingiverse. But I think that about wraps it up. I think that explains pretty well how to install the Raspberry Pi into my ePIc